Beloved, there comes a moment, quiet, powerful, undeniable, when the soul whispers, "I've had enough." Not out of rage, but out of a crystal clarity that the life you've been living is not the one you came here for, and perhaps this is that moment. You weren't born to do work that drains your light. You weren't born to suppress your passion in exchange for predictable suffering. You weren't born to force yourself through tasks that deaden your joy, just so you can afford to do the things that light you up for a few hours on weekends. That's not life. That's survival under a spell. A spell called "that's just how it is." But what if that's a lie? What if the greatest act of sanity is saying, "I will no longer trade my aliveness for the illusion of safety"? Let's speak truth. Yes, there will be fear. Fear about money. Fear of the unknown. Fear of judgment, of failing, of not being responsible. But beloved, all of that fear is built on belief systems. And belief systems are not reality. They are inherited scripts. Most of humanity runs on them, but just because they're common doesn't make them true. What is true is that excitement is a compass from your higher mind. It is the spark of the infinite pulling you forward with the language of joy. You don't need to know the full map. You only need to follow what excites you in this moment to the best of your ability, with zero insistence on what the outcome should be. That is alignment. You see, when you follow your excitement, you are following the breadcrumb trail left by your highest self. And excitement, by its very definition, cannot lead to something negative. Because if it leads to pain or contraction, then what you followed wasn't excitement. It was expectation, it was attachment, it was ego in disguise. True excitement carries no tension. It feels expansive, not pressured. And it leaves you with more of yourself, not less. You say you're scared to quit the job. That's okay. Fear arises whenever we come close to the edge of a belief system that has kept us safe in a cage. The fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal that you're brushing up against freedom. The belief is trying to protect itself, because if you step through, it dies. But you don't have to carry that belief anymore. You can say, "Thank you for trying to keep me safe, but I no longer believe I need suffering to survive." You are allowed to trust life. You're allowed to be supported in the direction of your joy. This is about more than money. This is about refusing to waste your time, your brief, precious, wildly conscious experience on anything less than what sets your heart on fire. And maybe you needed all those years in the wrong place. As contrast, as clarity, so that now, when you choose passion, you don't do it out of theory. You do it out of deep knowing. You've lived the lie, and now you're ready for the truth. So make the decision, not the maybe one day decision, not the when it's safe decision, the true decision. And remember, decision means to cut away. You cut away everything that is not your preferred self. You cut away the backup plan. You cut away the story that says you need to suffer to be worthy. And what's left is you. In your power, in your truth, in your flow. Let the others keep their respectable fear. You came for something more. Let them chase security. You came for aliveness. The universe is already aligning the path. The support, the people, the inspiration. It all rushes in the moment you finally say, "I'm done waiting. I'm done surviving. I choose passion. I choose presence. I choose the life I was meant to live." And now you walk, even if it's messy, even if you're afraid. You walk, you follow, you breathe. Because this time, you're finally alive.